Here we have one of my all-time favorite mausoleums at the Dunmore Cemetery. Not because it's the most ornate or unique, but just what they have on the inside. It's almost like an open memorial. It is the Miller name. Well, enough of me describing it. Come on over and check it out for yourself. This video is going to require your participation. To find out how, continue watching. Welcome back to the amazingly beautiful Dunmore Cemetery. I'm back here for one reason, to find the most unique. This place has some incredible mausoleums, statues, and one-of-a-kind gravestones. But my question is, which one is the most unique? That's where you guys come in. As I make my way around here, keep your eyes peeled. If you see one that stands out the most, or you think is the most unique, comment down below and tell me which one it is. Otherwise, if you're ready, come along with me. Coming around here, I spotted this stone one with a cross on top. Almost has like a scroll on it. It's an older one, it's really weathered, but stands out though, it's neat. You know what, let's see if the flashlight trick will work on this. Oh yeah, James something, died April something, aged 42 years. So it doesn't have the day he died, it has how old he was. You see that?
I'm still amazed by that flashlight. Sure.
Yeah, it really works. I've seen these before. It almost resembles like an urn.
Yeah. It's neat how it's like partially unveiled, like
Mm-hmm.
It's not all the way uncovered.
Well, this one here has a hand with the index finger pointing upwards and 3 chain links again as like the cuff. Now I saw those 3 chain links on a different headstone at the Forest Hill Cemetery, which we filmed before this one. But this one actually has the hand pointing upwards. And behind that one, where Alan is there's an open one which has like a little urn on the inside. And oh, these symbols we saw before too at the other cemetery, Forest Hills, the crown with the cross. That's a neat one. All right, so right there is the open one. And right here we have another one that stands out. So Alan and myself saw a similar, smaller one at Forest Hills. And the thing that's unique about it is that it's actually hollow on the inside. These are like screws that come off, and most likely there's an urn or something on the inside that they keep. But beyond that, there's some symbols here. Up there is the crown over the cross. So we make our way down. We do have what appears to be like a sundial here. The sun and like a measurement tool. And again, the 3 chain links. And this one's Roessler. This is one of my favorites, 1885 Dixon. Resembles a small church or chapel. Alan's getting his first look at it. It's got stained glass windows. And look at that one behind it. There is some money here, without a doubt. These have to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'd imagine. This one even has like a little, I don't know if that's a cherub or angel. And you can kind of see on the inside there, through the glare, wrought iron gate with the doors on the inside. Extremely beautiful and articulate. This is something you'd imagine you'd see at a cemetery in Washington or something. It's got a big dome. I can only imagine what it looks like on the inside. And again, the price tag has to be astronomical, but they must have been someone of importance. It has what appears to be almost like copper doors with the weathering on it. Fortunately, can't see nothing on the inside, but it is gigantic. Up on the hillside, there's several more mausoleums, which we'll get to a little bit later. Right here we have Boyes, B-O-I-E-S. Castle-like structure, almost like with the turrets, built into the embankment here. And this one is open as far as no glass doors. Got the archway there, and inside could hold many caskets. Some of them are labeled, some are not. This could hold a large family. They even got the crest right there. Small row of mausoleums here. Similar, but different and unique, each one. Black has the 4 columns there. This one has like the planters. Again, more columns over there. Striking and unique, but they all serve their same purpose. This one I've always liked because of the door handles, which appears to have like a lion's head. So here's something I'd like to ask you guys, kind of off topic, but related to what we're doing here. Since we've shown about the Good Shepherd Mausoleum as to what happened with that, would you guys opt for having a private mausoleum if you or your family had the funds for it, or would you still opt for cremation? I think I don't know. I think it'd be neat to be memorialized in a private mausoleum. Another von Storck mausoleum. There's also von Storck burials over in Forest Hills as well. This is the second one, though, in the Dunmore Cemtery of a von Storck burial plot. Now, up in the distance, you can see what is known as the holding vault, and that again is used, I think it's still used, if I'm not mistaken, for wintertime burials where the ground's frozen. They do store the bodies in there until the ground does thaw. And last time I was here doing my tour, they were actually doing some work on it. I don't think we could get inside, but we can at least show you the outskirts of it. And it's a pretty prominent building, to say the least. Yeah, this one is in pristine condition. Almost looks like it has a torch flame on the very top of it. And it does say receiving vault. Like it has the copper gates and doors. And those of you who like to do photography, I said it before, cemeteries are an ideal spot. Typically, you have peace and quiet, relaxation, and dozens, if not hundreds, of photo opportunities, whether it be a particular headstone, a statue, a monument, the landscape, wildlife, you name it, there are a number of photo opportunities. This one right here is Everhart, which may be a relation to the Everhart Museum located at Nyack Park in Scranton. And look at that, the silhouette. That is a gorgeous shot right there. That may even be my thumbnail. Here's Platt, which kind of resembles a Celtic cross. But up on top it says, "My faith looks up to thee." And if you look at the very top of it, it has like a roof peak on it. It's my shadow. There's a wreath. Behind that, John B. Smith, born June 7, 1815, died January 16, 1895. And then Cornelia Eliza, wife of John B. Smith, 1818 to 1885. They died 10 years apart. And the statue is something else. Almost appears she's holding a cross. I originally thought it was an anchor. I think it's a cross with a ring through it. Maybe it's an anchor. And some vines around it. Very beautiful looking, especially with the trees right here. I bet you those trees were just saplings when this was placed here. Looking towards the entrance and the receiving vault, directly across over here is the Scranton Mausoleum. Second Scranton burial plot here. And this one has the weathered copper doors. And this one you can actually see inside. Actually, I think I could stick you guys inside. Let me try and do that. Yeah, you guys are inside right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold up to 8. 8 remains in here. And of course the stained glass window in the back. Nice detail on the doors here as well. Next to Scranton, on the back side, we have another one here. Stained glass windows, columns. And we'll make our way around to the front and see who's on the top of it. This one is Halstead. That's actually a town in Pennsylvania. Wouldn't be surprised if they weren't named after it. Or I should say the town wasn't named after them. But they're right next to each other, Halstead and Scranton. Charles A. Burr. It's got a beautiful arched single door. And there's footsteps. I guess Alan's been up here. And even just the ornateness, like this has nothing to do with the structure itself, just for aesthetics. And next to that one is Cyrus D. Jones. It's got those lion claw, lion face door handles. And it's a big one. Definitely resembles a vault or something very secure like a bank. Yeah, this could hold a lot. There's at least probably a dozen spots in here for remains. Another massive mausoleum with another town named German, the town of German, which is just north of Dixon City, Oliphant area. So I'm probably certain at least some of these have some relation to the towns themselves, and that's where the names came from. Schlager, that one is not a town name that I'm aware of, but the next one is Simpson. The town of Simpson is actually near German. So that one is another one that could have some correlation to the town itself. can see in there a little bit. There's a little pedestal. There's wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. This could hold up to 10 caskets in here. It's a big one. Directly across from Simpson is Einen, another one in the same area, a town very close to Simpson and German. It's a great view from up here. Directly below us here is that one that's built into the wall, the castle-like structure. There's also a couple down here, one of which near the end over there is Miller. And that is one of my all-time favorites here. And you're going to want to see that one if you haven't yet, because there's some irony tied to it. I'm just going to say that in advance. It's kind of ironic. On the back side, another row of mausoleums. Simpson, Sprague, Woolworth. Woolworth, that's a store. This one is WMH Richmond. That one is different from all the rest. It's built out of large, looks like granite stones. Wow. Oh, maybe this is limestone, maybe not granite. You can actually see the rain line where the water falls. And then continuing down, Charles B. Scott. Norton? I hear Norton, I think of Norton Antivirus. And then this one is Morton. Now, when I stated in the beginning of this video, what's the most unique? Well, it's completely up to your interpretation. It could be the most unique mausoleum, it could be the most unique statue, most unique headstone. It could be a combination of all of them. You're welcome to comment down below and tell me your most unique one that you're seeing of any of those. So you could comment mausoleum, most unique one, statue, and gravestone. Or just pick one. Completely up to you. Over here is a really heartfelt one, Grogan. There's a few things I want to point out. It is a tombstone, obviously, but it's also a bench. It's also an angel next to it. And it has their wedding photo right there. Arthur is laid to rest here in 2013. His wife Jill is still living. But this is fantastic because she could come here and visit with them, sit next to her, which maybe she calls him her angel. Really well done. And you could almost kind of feel a connection, you know, the loss, the sadness. Not sure how long they've been married for, but regardless, they were probably devoted to each other, and now they have something to keep their memory alive. We've seen some unique ones so far, but this one stands out from the rest. A pyramid. Zimmer. This is one I featured my last tour of over 3 years ago. And the thing I learned, which was help of a viewer, is that I believe all the members that are here died together in a plane crash. And if I have that incorrect, I do apologize. That's from just my memory, but I'm pretty certain that's what it was. And you can see John Teresa Zimmer. And what I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is there's supposed to be the urns in here of the remains. Now again, I may have the information incorrect, but there was some significance to this one where I was told in the comments that they all passed together. But looking at the dates don't exactly match up. So if I do have that incorrect, again, my apologies. Regardless of the information, it is a one-of-a-kind piece. And without a doubt, stands out from the rest. Here we have one of my all-time favorite mausoleums at the Dunmore Cemtery. Not because it's the most ornate or unique, but just what they have on the inside. It's almost like an open memorial. It is the Miller name. And on the outside here, they do have a bell. And on the inside, there's pictures, there's artifacts, there's a whole bunch of things contributing to the owner, the person, and, well, enough of me describing it. Come on over and check it out for yourself. So I'm going to stick you guys through the gate here, and you can see exactly what's going on. There's a picture of Mr. Miller, I'm presuming. And there's a calendar on the wall there from 1903, G.A. Miller. And as you could tell, this is very resembling of a funeral home. Well, there's reason for that. The bottom of this pedestal says Miller Bean. Well, as we look over here, there's some pictures, and on them says Miller Bean Funeral Home. So this person was a funeral director. That's why I said there's some irony tied to this, because he was responsible for prepping dead ones, deceased ones, for their final resting place. And now he is here in his final resting place. So he was a very prominent, well-known funeral director in the city of Scranton. I believe it was on Cedar Avenue, but Miller Bean Funeral Home, which may still be there today. I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. But this is so unique, though. They got the chandelier, got the curtains obviously blocking where the crypts are. But they got just a number of things related to him and his business. Came upon this one with the present, flower bouquet, and happy birthday balloons. Father Joseph P. Jr. was born January 8th, 1935. Died April 26, 2017. But today, as we're filming, is January 9th. So happy belated birthday to Joseph P. Jr. Shiroshik. I wanted to show this one too, Bano. Beautiful mural on there. Mountain landscape with the lake, ducks, deer, trees. I'm sure they probably love the outdoors or loved visiting a place like that. Pre-8, the angel draped over the top of it. Joseph is laid to rest. Mary, still living. One of the more beautiful statues here, adorned with some holiday ferns. Rabel. Just a stunning looking angel right here. Did you enjoy the revisit of the Dunmore Cemtery? I know I did. This is one of the most spectacular cemeteries in the area. There's so much history tied to it, wealth, and just beautiful scenery. But more importantly, I'm looking down in the comments for your responses to find out what's the most unique piece here, whether it be statue, gravestone, or mausoleum. I want to hear what you guys think and to see how many of you agree with each other as well. If you want to see more cemetery-related videos, check down below. Don't forget to check out Alan's channel, Revenge of the Apocalypse, as he did a walking tour here as well. Thank you so much for walking around with me at the Dunmore Cemtery. I had a great time. Hope you did as well. If so, please give it a thumbs up. lets me know that you enjoy this video. Otherwise, take care everyone, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.